Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So the video today, it's on a 2009 Vauxhall Astra. This is the 1.6 petrol, and this car came to me as an on-runner, so it doesn't start. I don't know if it cranks, and I will explain you why. Because the car came to me with no battery at all. So they came, when they brought me the car came with a jump pack under the bonnet connected to the battery, because they came, was already dark and they were pushing the car. So we pushed the car inside. As soon as they took the jump pack, whatever you want to call it, the car completely died. So no battery whatsoever. Immediately I said I will not work on the car without battery. So they brought me a battery, and I thought they would bring me a new battery, but they actually didn't. So the car was open, they dropped me the battery the next day. That's where they left it. I haven't touched it yet. There is some tools here because I was working yesterday on that Jaguar. Unfortunately, there is no video for that because it was raining all day yesterday and it was just not feasible to record. But it's all done, it's just ready, just waiting to be collected. But yeah, that's why you have some tools here. Anyway, I have my battery tester here just to put it on that battery, make sure the battery is good. If it is, we'll be replacing the battery on this car to start to work on it, try to figure out what's wrong with it. Obviously, I'm not the first one. This is how the car came. I'm not the first one trying to have a look at this. Don't know on the engine, I haven't opened the bonnet yet, but let's go test the battery first. Okay, it looks good. It's good when you see this kind of voltage. Let's get a battery test out of the vehicle. It's a regular battery. It's a EN. Yes, 450 amps. .450, press enter. It's gonna test. Good charge. Okay, rated 450, measured 295. Okay, the battery is here for a few days now. So 50 from 59, 55, 9.47 internal resistance. Okay, it's not too bad, I guess. Should be good for what we're gonna be doing here. And for the engine we are working on a 1.6. So let's gonna replace this battery, because right now, and I want to show you, I have nothing, absolutely nothing. So let's gonna replace the battery. Okay, and the battery is connected, and we have some lights, well, at least one light. It's gonna turn the ignition on and see exactly what is happening then. So, ignition on. We have engine light over there, we have the spinner light over there. Spinner light. Okay, let's crank. Okay, cranks. Okay, cranks but doesn't start. Okay, crank no start. There's one thing already. Let me just turn the ignition on again, because this is the importance of attention to detail. So when I turn the key on, I cannot hear the fuel pump. Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear the fuel pump. So, don't know if that's going to be my problem. But definitely there's no fuel pump running. Don't know if there is one on this, most likely there is. Ugh. So let's gonna get the scanner and start from there. Okay, so I put the battery on charge. Don't know if you can see in there. We're gonna be here key on, key off, and I just don't want the battery to go low. So yeah, so the battery on charge. So key on. Okay, so let's gonna do auto scan in there, see if it detects. By the way, this is the first video I'm doing now without the RT pad. So today is Friday. I've shipped the RT pad back to them on Monday. So from now on, we are back to work with the Maxis. The coding failed. Okay, so let's kind of see. Oh, this is a 2009. Is an Astra H. Maybe. Let's see if it detects the engine. Oh no, I've done it wrong. Oh no, no, it's alright. Let it load. Control unit. Control module. Search the engine. There is 2 faults. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Replace electronic control unit. Main relay, low voltage. So let's clear this because obviously we know we had a low battery. Let's erase these codes. Okay, no codes. No codes. Key off. Crank. Key off. Key on. Let's scan the car again. Read codes. Present. Main relay circuit low voltage. I think it's quite self-explanatory. Let's gonna check that. Okay, so this cover is broken, all the tabs. This is broken in there, so people doesn't know how to open stuff. And then, okay, so main relay. Oh, definitely someone has been here. Look at that. These relays, etc, etc. Okay, let's gonna start with the basics. Check all the fuses in here, check the relays, make sure they are working, they are good. And I'm not gonna be here bother you with that stuff. We're just gonna test everything and go from there. Okay, and first thing we're gonna do, because this cover here has been touched already, and when I took it off, you might not be able to see, but it looks like this has been touched here. Let me show you. You might be able to see in there, but it looks like we are good. So the fuse is good. These 2 fuses are also good. You might not be able to see it, but they look good. Now the main relay, so we have terminal 15 relay, which I know is working because it's warm. And you have terminal 15. That's, I believe, is the fuel pump, and that's, if I'm not wrong, is the main relay. Now the main relay, when I take it off, is not doing nothing. Okay, so how we're gonna test, quick test this is, so terminal, so 85, 86, so that's my coil. Okay, so on this side I should have 12 volts or ground, but I have 12 volts in there. Let me show you. I have 12 volts on this side. Now the control wire for this most likely is going to be the ground on the other pin, which means when I apply ground to it, the relay should work if the relay is good. And off you go. Can you see that? Can you hear it? Okay, so how we're going to do this for now, just for a quick test, is we're going to do this, and let's see what happens. So ignition off, because I had ignition on before. Okay, still nothing, and I know exactly why. because I haven't heard the fuel pump yet. Definitely no fuel pump. So let's gonna do something else. Let's try this again. Oh, I can hear the fuel pump. Come on. Okay, we might have something else. Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's not starting yet. We have definitely multiple issues with this car right now. But first of all, I just want to understand why the engine is not starting. And obviously we have an electrical fault with the main relay, etc. And we have a fuel delivery issue. So at the moment I have the main relay bypassed, as you've seen, jumped, and I have the fuel pump. So the fuel pump runs as soon as I turn the ignition on. However, the car's still not starting. But look what happened when I spray a little bit of easy start here. So as you can see, I can keep the engine running by just spraying a little bit of easy start. There we go. So what does this proves to me? That I have a fuel delivery issue. Now, I still have an issue, an electrical fault somewhere, because my main relay is not coming on. I had to bypass all that. Now I definitely can hear, something on the tank. I think I'm gonna have to take the pipe at the front, see if I have fuel pressure in there. But definitely I can hear a sort of a hum noise coming from the tank. If the pump is rotating or not, that's a different issue. But I think if it was not rotating, most likely would blow the fuse somewhere. Anyway, I guess it would blow the fuse. Anyway, so we have two issues. One is fuel delivery, the other one is the electrical fault. So I'm gonna have to trace most likely the electrical fault first, see why my main relay is not coming on. Once the main relay comes on, it should turn the fuel relay on. However, it's not doing it, so I had to bypass that as well. So it looks like there is a lot of issues with this car. And even when I have everything bypassed, as you've seen, the engine should definitely start now. As you've seen, it doesn't start because of a fuel delivery problem. Unless is the ECU that is seeing this fault here. Let me show you. I have ignition on, sorry about that. Unless it's because, so it keeps coming up with that one every time you crank for a little while, but this one obviously is still coming on because the ECU is not seeing the relay circuit, and then it comes up with that fault. Don't know if it's because he's not seeing that, and then in the meantime thinks he can't control the relay. I don't know, honestly I don't know. But right now, with everything bypassed the way it is, it should start. As you've seen, the car runs with easy start. So not really sure if there is really an issue with the ECU at the moment. We might need to investigate that a little bit further. But yeah, so let's gonna start possibly with the electrical fault. Let's gonna check some diagrams, see where that control wire comes from, and go from there. Got hold of some diagrams. It would be easier to show you the actually diagrams, but I just draw here quick the bits we need. So let me see if I can follow this with you. So that's my engine ECU. So this is purely for the main relay, fuel relay, terminal 15, which is already working fine as I've showed you. So terminal 15 is absolutely fine. Everything is working there. Terminal 15, when the relay comes on, it sends the voltage to fuse 30, which feeds the coil pack and feeds voltage to the engine ECU pin A64. Then that same voltage carries on, feeds fuse 24, okay, and feeds fuse 33, which is the clutch pedal. From fuse 24, it goes to the load side of the fuel pump, okay, which obviously then feeds the fuel pump when the relay closes, and then it's purely like that. And when this relay closes, feeds the fuel pump and feeds the injectors. The injectors are then grounded, obviously, to open. The control side of the fuel pump relay, however, is here, so is grounded all the time on one side, and this relay is actually applied voltage by the ECU itself, pin A49. The main relay is here, okay, so the main relay is a kind of a separate circuit, so it comes from terminal 30 all the way. It feeds all the stuff around here, doesn't really matter. Then it feeds all the way down to the load side, which when the relay closes, it feeds fuse 21 and fuse 22. Fuse 22 goes for the inlet camshaft dephasing solenoid, and fuse 21 comes all the way down and feeds, splices into wires to feed pin A31 and A47. So the main relay does also, from terminal 30, it feeds the coil side with 12 volts, and then the ECU grounds the relay on pin A62. Okay, so this is now grounding, so we need to check from pin A62 all the way to my relay. If the wire is good, guess what? We might gonna have a ECU fault. So let's gonna check it. Okay, and I can't open this because they broke. Oh crap. Seriously. Oh, I hate this. Someone broke this thing, these levers to open the... Actually, see. Oh, hold on a sec. And I even took the wrong plug because it was not this one, but while he's out, the other one is now broken, so which is not too bad. He does have... No, it doesn't. Okay, so pins looks good to me, cleaned, etc. So let's gonna go on this plug and find out my pin. Ooh, what's this? I can see corrosion here. I can see corrosion. There's no corrosion on the pins. Is this ECU being replaced? I can definitely see some corrosion there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Some corrosion, there's some pins here. They don't look very good. Nevertheless, it's going to look for pin. So my main relay is pin A62. Oh, the heck, there's no numbers on this side of the plug, isn't it? Oh dear, so pin 1 is there. 4964. So pin 64 looks like this one here. 64, 63, 62, and he has corrosion on it. Let's gonna check. Maybe this side. There's nothing on it. Nope, there's nothing on this pin. There's definitely nothing on pin. There's definitely nothing on this pin. Just double check that I'm at the right pin. 64 will be 63, 62. Yeah, definitely it's this pin, and it will have to be this plug because it's the only plug that goes into that side. This plug is for the engine side, so it's gonna have to be this one. Let's gonna check another one, just curiosity. Let's gonna go. Oh crap. Let's go, for example, for the fuel pump relay A49 and A49, so A49 is going to be right at the other end. It's that one there. There we go, look at that, A49 is good. Bingo. As you can see, so I have continuity on this one. Let me show you. So from pin A49 on that to my control wire of the fuel pump relay, but I have nothing on the main relay. So let's gonna go back to A62, just that one there, back to 86. It's 86, I think it's going to be on this side. I'm sure it is, because I had 12 volts on the other side, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be here. I have nothing here at all. Okay, so do we have a wire problem? Oh dear. Oh dear. I can see corrosion here, which is not very good to start with. Okay, let me do this a little bit off camera, because otherwise you'll just get bored. Okay, and just to make sure, we're going to be doing something different here now. So I'm going to check this pin here, which is the pin that should go into the ECU plug. I'm going to see which one is over here, and we're going to trace it down here, see if it's okay or not, because it could be a problem inside this. So it could be that we have the signal up to here, and then in here something might be wrong. Looking on this side, I can't see any signs of corrosion, etc., but you never know. I don't even know if this has been replaced, has been touched, so let's gonna figure that out. Okay, and once I've traced my pin, is this one here on this little tree here, is pin number 16 from this side, which is right there. So as you can see, there's 3 in there, that's pin 16, so that's my pin that goes in there. And as you can see, I still have no continuity. So we have an open line somewhere from here all the way to there. So we're gonna have to strip this loom and find out where the problem is. Okay, I found my issue. First of all, is this wire here factory fitted wire, because it comes into my pin 62. Look, see there, it's all corroded. It might be that there is, but this wire here has been touching this wire underneath. Can you see there? So let's kind of strip this down and see exactly what's been done here. See, this wire has been put over the, oh look at that, has been put over the original loom. So don't know if this was a design flaw at the start and they had to add these later on. It's a really thin wire that's been a little bit crucified over time. Let's kind of see what happens when I connect this properly. Okay, let's kind of see where this wire actually goes. And look at that, it's a little bit rusty, but there we go. You see that? Obviously it's a little bit rust, the contact is not very good, but still connected in there on my correct pin. So don't know where the other wire goes. The wire has been soldered in there, right there on that one. Might be a design flaw on Vauxhall and they had an extra wire for that. But anyway, let's gonna connect this properly. Am I gonna repair this wire underneath here? I'm gonna repair this wire underneath here because it doesn't look very good. It looks like it's been already. So we're gonna repair this one as well, solder that one correctly in there, and go from there, see what happens after. There we go. So we got it soldered in there, up to there, all good. It's just gonna wrap everything, put everything back on. I put the wire here as well inside the trunking where this clip was. Isolate a little bit better here. Gonna do the same here now. So okay, so everything's connected now. See what's connected, all this. I've wrapped all this again so there's no wires exposed down there. This is back in place. I think everything's connected. The hair hose is connected again. Yeah, I think I'm ready to try. So, let's see what happens now when I turn the ignition on. Oh, look at that. Straight away. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now, just one quick thing, hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. I just wanna I thought I left something on the bonnet that would fall off on the top of the engine, but I didn't. So let's gonna clear these codes now. We should have no codes, I guess. There we go. No codes. Let's go into turn it off. Oh, that's because I'm scanning the CU, I think. There we go. Well done. Yeah, so that's out. So that should come out now. There we go. Let's start it again. Lovely. Problem fixed. So, in the end, all it was that wire. Now, it looks to me like that wire that goes on the outside, so the wire that actually goes inside the loom, it might be for a different engine version, for a different UAC under the hood, UHC I think it is, under the hood module, whatever that is. So that module in there, that fuse box, it might be for a different one, might be for a different model. And I guess for this car, all they did was just put that external wire. So that wire, I don't really know where it goes. It should go into that pin in there, unless in a different module, in a different fuse box, that relays in a different place. I could go and dig it, but there's really no point. Car is running, car is fixed. Was only that solder at the top. That wire corroded, broke down, and that's what it was, guys. So I will start it once more just so you can see. There we go. And that's it. So what else to say? Hope there's some information here you guys are going to find useful. Hopefully the way I approached it. You might ask why I went straight into that multi-plug on the ECU. For no other reason really than the fact that I've seen corrosion on the inside. So on the plug itself on the inside, as it goes in the ECU, I've showed you, was a little bit of points of corrosion. So I thought, just let me take the cover off on the other side to see how the wires are. See if there's, see how the wires were in there, and straight away I found that. So maybe I was lucky, but we were on the right track anyway. And yeah, we got there in the end. So no further ado, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, any comments, please put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.